welcome to episode 14 of Stitch and Stash. We're a knitting podcast coming to you from northern British Columbia in Canada. I'm Sara.
And I'm Lisa.
We're also on the unceded territory of the Lheidli T'enneh, and where we live, work, and play. So,
episode 14.
And it's scorching. Like, I had my sweater on and I got out here and I thought I was going to die.
Yeah, but it's called February, lady, isn't it?
Right. It's not coming out till February.
It's August.
This menopausal woman can't handle it.
It's close, though.
I said to my husband, I'm like, how is it on the... So I thought, perfect. I grabbed my sweater and almost melted. Now it's like, we have like the shade kind of half down because it's like just shining.
See, if I sit back, I glow in the dark.
Right? And your lily white skin will be the color of cranberries.
4.2 seconds to blister.
Right? One big freckle.
Yeah.
Freckle and a blister.
No, I can't be so lucky as to have one big freckle because then it would look like a tan.
Oh.
So I just have, I'm concentrated tan.
Oh, I'm like this color and then a red and then peel and then white.
Yeah.
So
Northern BC.
Yeah. Color of Casper the Ghost, but
it's okay.
Anyway, I haven't even really chatted to you much in the last couple of...
But this is what keeps us chatting.
Yes. Although it's pretty sad, like once a month.
No, we talk more than that.
We do. I call her every time I go to get coffee, which is quite frequent.
And then she says, okay, just wait. I have to order. And then she gives her order and she says at the end every single time, and that's it. I would like a large coffee with 2 milk or 2 cream, and that's it. And then they say, okay, is that everything for you? Every time.
Yes, that's it. It's like a dance. And then sometimes she's like, hey, don't say it this time. But I say it every time. And they say it every time.
It's
what we do. It's what we do. Sometimes I might just change my mind, throw a little donut in there. I don't know.
Actually, I would like a tea.
Really?
No.
They would just hate me.
It's okay.
They would hate me.
It's okay.
So, have you been knitting much?
Oh, I've been trying. I knit by the campfire last weekend. So, 2 reasons I don't recommend that. First of all, the sparks come up and they land on your lap and you can't find it in your knitting.
Ooh.
And so then you find it and you brush it off your yoga pants. And then you get home and you pull out your knitting project and it smells so bad. Like, now let me find the other one. That one's not as bad.
Oh,
it's right here. Hang on.
Did it air out?
Okay, it's aired out now. They said, just put it in the bin and splash it with vodka, and then the smell won't be so bad. And I'm thinking,
who told you that?
I googled it. How do I get rid of the smell of campfire on my knitting? And they say, oh, put it in the bin with baking soda and put it in the bin with and spritz it with vodka because then the vodka evaporates. And no, I think it would smell like vodka.
Does vodka really have a smell? I don't think it does.
Like alcohol.
Yeah.
So sit back from the fire if you're gonna knit.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna wash it again before you actually, because you're gonna block it. Don't zip that up.
No, I won't.
I have foreskin in a zipper picture.
Something about Mary.
Oh my god.
So no, but the problem is that you still need to finish knitting it, and if you want to go home the next day and knit, you still smell like the campfire.
But so does your body for days after. Your hair stinks.
It
takes a long time.
See, our camping bans only came off last weekend.
Oh, now look, the whole province is burning again.
But the campfire is still allowed up here.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
I don't know. I have one of them propane tables. It's currently under this camera, but we don't really... It doesn't make s'mores the same, let me tell you that much.
It tastes funny.
Yeah, you need that charred taste to it,
And I don't see any marshmallow imprints on the side of your
No,
buildings.
The kids are too old now. Nobody really is that interested. If they can light something else on fire, they're all game. But marshmallows, not so much anymore. So, yeah.
Okay. So, have you been knitting?
I have. I've been knitting and unknitting and wondering what the hell I did, and then re-knitting, and I don't know.
But that's the fun, right?
Yeah, I guess so. It's like Mike sees me in my chair cursing and muttering under my breath, and he's like, "What's wrong?" He's like, "Why don't you just take a break?" I'm like, "I'm relaxing. Leave me alone." I'm like so cranky at it, but
Elizabeth says, "Mom, can I bring you some tea? Or would you like a glass of water?
Vodka.
Or are you..." My sweater smells like smoke. So that's helpful. Would he take coaching from a 14-year-old?
Well, he would bring me tea and stuff, but it's just funny, right? When somebody's so frustrated at something and you're like, why don't you just take a break? Like, it seems logical, but I'm like, I am on a roll. This thing won't screw itself up without me. And
sometimes if you walk away, it's clear and you figure out, oh, that's what I was doing wrong. But other times, you just redo it. Wrong.
Yeah. And, so many of my projects, too, like when I discover the error, it's like I have to
This bees.
tink back
Look.
to the point where it's not wrong.
Yeah.
And then I just, I work it out in my head, do the math, do the things, pick up the needles, do the thing, and it's still wrong.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Okay, Mr. Wasp, seriously?
It's okay. He's gone. It's the season. It's the season of almost frosting in the morning.
I know.
And bees that are stupid.
That's not a bee, though. That was a wasp.
A flying thing that's black and yellow that will make you swell up.
No. Bees make honey. Wasps make pain. Wasps had no purpose.
They eat
wasps
other
have a
bugs.
purpose?
They eat bugs, like aphids and things.
Well, I don't care. I'd rather have a spider than a nasty yellow thing that just wants to sting me.
Okay.
Spiders mind their business.
It's true.
Anyway. We're almost at the point of winter where we'll be complaining about how cold it is. So let's just enjoy this sweltering heat and wasps while we have them.
I sat and waited for a customer. Let me start over. I had a cake to be picked up this morning at the bakery, and he was late. And I got all my stuff done, and I had to go sit out on the deck in the sunshine and finish a project. It was glorious.
Right?
It was the perfect weather.
I sat out here yesterday and knit for a bit before our event and stuff. It was nice.
So this is still pretty good. And look, we can breathe the air, and you can't see very well on the camera, but it's clear. The sky, the air is clear.
Yeah, our air is clear. Although there's so much fires in Kelowna, and
I feel so bad for everyone down there.
yeah, I have a lot of friends down in that area. That actually my old neighbors, they moved down there and we've been evacuated, and so just thankful that the worst thing, that wasp was the worst thing to happen today. We're pretty fortunate.
Yeah, we've got it made. We're sitting on the deck.
I'm pretty sure he'll come back because he likes coffee. Oh, look, I have a bee.
In a bee
Bees
mug.
are nice. I like bees. Save the bees. Wasps, not so much.
So,
anyway.
show me your project.
Well, the first thing I screwed up in the last couple of weeks. So remember these socks that I was so proud of my Kitchener stitch?
And also the striping being exactly the
Yes.
same, because that's how Sara rolls.
Except, so this is the sock pattern. It's a vanilla sock on Magic Loop by TheCrazysocklady. I think on the one toe, I Kitchenered at 16 stitches, which you're supposed to get down to 8 to do your Kitchener. So I have this really blunt toe, okay? Meanwhile, because I was taking a page from Lisa's book and having multiple projects on the needle, so I'm blaming Lisa as usual. So I have this blunt toe. And I was so proud last time of this toe and this sock.
So which one was first? The 16? Then you followed the instructions for
Apparently
the
I
second.
didn't read. Then I was making this one and I was trying to make sure that my striping matched up. And I'm like, why is this one getting long and pointy and this one is so blunt? Then I realized that I was doing I needed to, once you hit a certain number of stitches, you speed up your decreasing, right? So I tinked back to the right number of stitches and then looked and I was like, this is still too fat. So I must have done it at 16. I don't know.
That should
This one I only did at 12.
It'll block out.
I was going to undo this Kitchener and then finish this toe properly. But I think anything short of a nuclear bomb will not get this Kitchener out nicely.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what?
And yours looks so nice. Like, the Kitchener is pretty bang on.
So, they just are what they are.
And do you have another ball? Could you just do 2 more socks? One for each?
No. No, this is a one of a kind, never to be repeated again. And you know what? It's not super bad. It's just, I know that it's not right.
Just give it to someone who's not a knitter.
Yeah.
And then they won't know.
I was like, why is one like abruptly stopped and the other one is coming to a fine point, and it's kind of like it was getting to the point, you know, those shoes that like curl over on the toe end? That's what was happening here, and I was like, something is not right. So divert back to pattern. Several head scratches later, a few swear words, a cup of coffee, and yeah. So this is where we're at.
It's okay.
It's fine.
Do you know what would help with that?
What? Oh Lord.
Look at this. Look how much.
Hold on, I should have gone pee before we podcasted.
Take a drink of coffee and swallow it.
No.
So this is my Fais dodo hat, which means go to sleep in French. And I think it's a nice way, like you say to your children, like, go to sleep, I think, if I understood correctly. It's not
doo-doo.
like that. I think it's friendly. So, I tried it on last time, you might have remembered.
Yes, I remember.
So
vividly.
Before I put this on,
you all need to finish your sip of whatever you got in your mouth right now before Lisa dons this hat.
Okay, so there's hundreds of stitches around here. Like, hundreds. And it's, what's it called? Duplicate knitting? No, what's it when you have one on this needle and one on this needle?
Oh, yeah.
Where you slip and you knit, and then you do the opposite to knit the other side on the other side.
Like double side, so it's double sided, right?
Yeah, like there's. Is it double knitting?
I don't think that's the right
we'll remember
name of
later,
it,
but tell us. So that's what the brim is, and then you Kitchener it shut all the way around
with Raffia.
With Raffia, and then so all the way around. I'm not sure if you can imagine how long the excess on the needle has to be for every single stitch, and then you go until you have about this much left, and then you fish a piece of metal of wire through it, and then you're supposed to tape it together, unless you're covered with a cat and a dog and a blanket and a heating pad and watching your show, and you don't want to get up to get the tape, and then you just twist them together and it doesn't work, and then it bends, and then you have to really get creative wrapping it. And anyways, long story short,
yeah, I'm ready.
Look, it's not horrible. The picture says you could do like this. What? Okay, so you can lean back and it doesn't, it pinches, it doesn't poke.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If I sit back here, can't quite see it because it's not shining on my face, but the sunlight comes through the knit stitches and leaves bright spots on my face, and I go like this and it moves the bright spots and it goes in front of my eyeballs and makes me sick.
I don't know about this.
And you wet block it. You wet block Raffia. And it smells a little sheepy. It could it's a little
There we go.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's not uncomfortable.
No.
And
it's light.
It is, and it's not scratchy.
The contrary to popular opinion last time when it looked helmety,
yeah,
it's actually quite light.
Yeah. And so
I don't know.
I've come to the conclusion I am 44 years old.
Yes.
And if it serves a function, that's all that matters.
So does this serve a function for you?
if I want to sit outside with my back to the sun, and it's going to keep my sun
Why
from
does one Kurt want to do that?
because it's a long piece of wire. It's quite elegant on you.
Oh God, I'm gonna get this for Christmas, aren't I?
And I'm going to get a pair of toes,
Blunt toes.
unequal blunt toe socks.
It's actually cute.
It's not horrible. And this is the adjusted pattern because I followed instructions.
Yeah.
But my tension or something was goofy and it didn't work. I might try it again.
Maybe you need to go down in needle size. Maybe you need tighter stitches.
Maybe that would fix the problem, except my hands. It's difficult.
Well, that shoulder tooth injury was kind of a lot for the end result.
So, it's going to go on the back burner. If anybody, this is how much I have left.
We have a giveaway.
The pattern says you need 3 balls. And this is how much I have left of the second. You can kind of see cardboard through here. So it is just about, and I swatched. So it's just about 2 full balls. I have a whole other ball.
So what are you going to do with it?
Yeah, it's going to my stash.
Yeah?
Yeah. So it's,
I mean, it's cute.
I want somebody else to make it and show me what it's supposed to look like. It looks fairly similar. Look at all the cute ways she's got it all folded up nicely. Yeah. So someone send us a picture on Instagram and show me what it's supposed to look like. It's called the Fais Dodo hat by Cheryl Toy.
Yeah.
So if you do that Kitchener stitch edge, and then you'll be great at it. And then you could do socks.
Yeah.
I laugh at your 8 stitches.
Well, so did I. I did 16, so there you go.
384 for the smallest size, 400 stitches for the largest.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it can be kind of cute. I didn't hate it on.
No.
There was a point there where it was quite hilarious.
It's okay. And then nobody choked on their coffee today.
No.
Ouch. Sorry, everyone.
Lisa just totally wounded her leg. Okay. The other thing I finished was this.
Is that the second one?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I got bored, so it might be slightly smaller. So this was what, the Cherub wrap? Is a Knit Picks free pattern?
Cherub Chevron?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Free pattern. Just kind of used up some scraps. Still have more scraps to use up, but I wanted to do something else with my life, so.
I know what Raffia would look like in that.
You should give it a whirl.
You know, it would make a pretty good, like, picnic blanket.
Yeah, I just don't know what it would wash up like. Like, think about picnicking and...
You wet block it.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, even the hats that I've bought that I've worn on holidays, as soon as they get wet, they change.
Mm-hmm. They do.
So, and not always for the better.
You should have seen it before I wet blocked it.
Was it all...
It was wonky.
Oh.
I had to make it fit the wire.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. It's good. It's fine. It's fine.
So, this podcast will be giving away a lovely hat. Please feel free.
And a whole raffia.
And a pattern.
Yeah.
And give it a whirl.
No, not this time.
So.
I'm going to make Trevor matching it.
You're going to make Trevor a matching hat?
No, I'm not going to. I am
Nice.
not matching.
I might have to go back to Vanderhoof to get more yarn.
We could get a root beer slush at the same time.
Right? Maybe.
So what are you doing now? Is it my turn? Should I go or
Do you have another finished object, or are you all done?
No, that's finished object. That's it.
And did you get any more injuries due to that hat?
No, because I took my time.
Yeah.
I did a couple other projects. I have, I think, 2 other projects here today.
Yeah? Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, camping. I started this.
Oh, I like that color.
It's oh, it's all caught up on my handy dandy don't lose your stitch or your notions pouch. That's it. Thank you. Thank you. So this is called the Woodruff shawl, I think. a Woodruff field shawl by Lana Jois. Lana Jois. It is, I forgot to write on it whether it was free. I think it was free for a minute. And I'm using Capri Tencel,
Okay.
and it is upside down. So you start in the center at the top, and then it gets wider. And so it's got this neat wrap stitch at the top, and then it goes into a lace pattern, and it's significant, like 24 rows.
Yeah.
For every repeat, and it's kind of fun. It's a little reminiscent of a love note.
Oh, nice.
And it's a joy to work with this, and it's a little bit shiny.
Yeah. Feels nice.
Yeah.
What? It's made out of
Tencel. That's what it is, isn't it? Can't read. What's it made out of, Sarah? 100%.
Yeah, Tencel.
Yeah.
What is Tencel?
I think it's like, I'm gonna be wrong. I don't even know why I say I think it's like, but I think it's like is it not polyamide? The rate starts with R.
Hold
Sarah's
on,
just
I'm gonna
look
Google
up.
it because now I need to know what it is.
It's soft and it's shiny, and it's a pleasure. There's 250 meters in this 100 grams. But this is going to be a gift for a friend. I'm only halfway through my first repeat.
The semi-synthetic fiber used to make textiles for clothing.
Semi-synthetic.
It's made out of eucalyptus.
I knew it was from a plant.
Yeah. It's a cellulose fiber.
So, it's lovely.
It is a form of cellulose made by dissolving pulp and dry jet wet spinning. Well, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm enjoying this.
Is it slippy on your needles?
Not too bad.
Oh, good.
And for the wrap stitches where you like back and forth, and you're on the front, you're on the back. It was a little splitty until I got the hang of it. Like my needle would go through. But that's it. Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. So Christmas gift. Okay, so if I say the C word at home, I get yelled at.
Why?
Because it is not time to start talking about Christmas. So we're either going to stay the same for our viewers, or we're going to dive because people agree with him.
Well, I don't think we're going to pull out the Elf movie just yet, but we do need to start thinking. I mean, nobody can make anything overnight, especially, you know, something like that. So you have to kind of start thinking about some stuff.
So are you feeling like you need to stop knitting summer shirts and start Christmas knitting?
Well, I don't really do a lot of Christmas knitting. So, like, I will make some socks and some things like that, and I'll just probably have those on the go. But I think, you know, lots of people talk about sort of pre-planning what they're going to be working on or what they want to gift at that time, and then spend their Christmas season knitting their Advents or doing something else, right? Like, maybe not having so much stress and pressure during the Christmas season.
See, I like your thinking.
Well, it takes the enjoyment out of it as soon as you start pressure. Like, some pressure and some deadline is like fun and, you know, exciting to try to, like, can I get this done in time?
Or knit-alongs where you have to get to the next step.
Yeah, but I mean, having to finish an entire sleeve before Christmas morning and it's midnight that night, like, that's not fun.
And you still haven't wrapped presents.
Yeah, like, that's not, I don't think that's fun. And nobody needs the gift of me being cranky, because that's not really.
No.
I'd rather just enjoy it, and if their thing is late, it's late, and maybe it's not a Christmas gift.
It's true.
Right? So
this year.
Yeah. I mean, and people have birthdays, and sometimes I just like to gift something when it's my idea to gift it. And
I like that idea better. It's nicer shopping for someone when you're inspired rather than because you have to because it's Christmas time.
Yeah, and just like, you know, knowing. Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to be stressed out.
No.
I had enough stress in my life. Plus, with our DJ company, like, Christmas is a very busy time. So I just want it to be relaxing in what I want to do, not, I don't want pressure.
Good idea.
So the thing I'm working on right now, I had a pattern.
I need to get some of those needle stoppers.
You don't have some?
I don't have any. I need to get some.
I think I have some donuts inside I should give you.
I want to go. You're going to use your donuts. You're going to have more than one project on the go because I'm your friend.
You're wearing off on me. This is the Cooper sweater. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. And I kind of like it. I should have printed it in color. But you knit it and then flip it inside out so that your purl stitches.
Yeah, so it's like a reverse stockinette.
Yeah, is facing on the other side, which I think gives you these nicer blendings of these stripes. Because the stripes, I don't even know if you can really see them. They kind of like stripe into each other.
Yeah.
So here she started with like, I don't even know who made it. Handmade by Jaimie. But I don't know. They started with a dark grayish color and then went down, right?
A light grayish color?
Oh yeah. They started light and went dark. I went to the yarn shop to Top Drawer and I got some colors. So I'm starting with the olivey color I got. So this is made with Lettlopi. And I don't know if these actually have colorways on them. I think they just have like color 9421. Anyway, I know that some sites have colors listed for them. So kind of an olive green, then going into more of a sprucey green. And then the last color will be finishing up with the black.
Those are nice.
But I didn't like these two. Like I like them like this, but when I look at them on the needle, I just started this row here. I wasn't so sure. But now when I see it like knit into the fabric, I don't mind it.
No, and once you get the grain there, it's going to look completely different also.
But now I'm like, do I want it to be this way?
Yeah, but what says it has to be one way or the other? Could he not choose?
Yeah, he can. I think just because you pick up your collar and do your collar after.
Yeah, but
so you're finishing on that.
I have shirts that have outside seams.
Yeah,
There could be an outside seam here.
Yeah, I don't know. Not everyone's as brave as you, Lisa. Not everyone will wear that hat.
Look, it's hey, that's the way it should go.
That's actually doing well.
So the bow has to go in my right ear.
There you go.
There.
Now you're good.
I'm not super a hat person.
No?
Toques, 9 months a year.
But not sun hats?
Maybe not.
Well, because you're not in the sun that much either. So yeah, so I'm just working away on this. I did, because I questioned my choice of colors, I did end up going onto Yarn Canada and buying some gray options. And then my son said, Mom, just go with the colors you got. Trust your instinct.
He's a good boy.
So I did, and I don't know, we'll see. We'll see.
You're a good ways in.
I'm
not quite
I have
split.
More, yeah, no, I have a lot more to go before I split for sleeves.
It's cute.
Yeah, it is. I like the colors, and I like that these are kind of heathered, the Lettlopi. So I think that's what makes the colors kind of end up blending very nicely together.
Yeah.
Nice. So that's what I'm working on.
Lovely.
Touching that wool and just like maybe
warm.
Inferno.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, I thought by doing this love note in Concept by Katia Summer tweed, it's cotton and it's hemp, 18% hemp, 80% cotton, and 2% polyester. I thought it would be pretty good for not being fuzzy.
Yeah.
It's totally fuzzy. On the inside of the bag, it looks like it's been shed on by a cat.
Shed on.
Now, it smells like campfire and it sheds.
But are you happy with it so far?
I had to line it up on my other love note that fits me to see if the sizing was off, because it feels like it's a little bit big. But look at the color. Like if I put it in the sunshine, you'd be like,
Yeah, it's really
like
bright.
laser.
It is bright.
So I am happy with it. You know, this yarn, it makes it, so many times you get the little puckers at the bottom of the leaves on the love note. Do you find that? How you have to block it out? This is laying much flatter. So, yeah, I'm happy with it so far.
Your eyelets look amazing.
Are they even?
They're not unnoticeably off.
Oh, that's lovely. You know why? It's because it's a love note, not a ranunculus. So, anyway, yeah, I'm happy with it.
Yeah, it's good.
And no use of vodka required. It took
Time.
1 week in my sewing bag and on my lap
To like,
to air out.
well, that's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Good.
And that's it. Now I've got one lace and one round and round, and I can do whatever I want.
What's on your lace one?
My shawl is the lace.
Oh. Yeah, that's a lot of lace.
Yeah, it's only lace now from now on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good. So
Yeah.
you got one challenge and one easy.
Yeah, easy peasy. I can watch Dan Brown's Lost Symbol series.
I don't know if I've seen that.
It's on
Netflix.
Showcase, I think,
Oh.
which is Stack TV for $14 a month. It's got my soap on it. I've been watching that soap for 32 years.
What soap?
Days.
My goodness, I watched that in my teens.
Yeah, see?
Possession of some
Marlena
lady.
Evans.
Right?
Yeah, black. Marlena Evans then.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know.
So is that, you only have one project on the go?
Yeah, because I finished my socks this morning.
Oh, good.
So I will cast on another pair of socks. So my goal, went down to top drawer after that first pair, and I bought some more of the Regia. And this is an Arnie and Carlos colorway.
Cool.
And they're not named, I don't think.
It doesn't
They
show
just say-
how the state stripes up. Is that it?
Yes. Yeah, that looks like these colors, although the other ball has the same picture. So we'll see.
It's half the fun.
Yeah, just the striping.
When it's socks, when you buy something that is going to turn into a sweater and you wonder if it's going to pool, it's a little scarier.
Yeah. Well, and sometimes you can tell that, right?
I can't tell that yet.
So using that helical, be good.
My gut does not lay with yarn choice.
No.
Yesterday, I got a phone call. It must have been 8 in the morning. So I have a bakery, and I don't make cakes because they're a lot of work and a lot of time, and they're expensive ingredients, and I can't charge people what everybody else charges, right? If you go buy a cake, if I say it's $400, I feel too bad. I'm not going to charge you $400 when everybody else is charging $400, right? So I don't make cakes. That's how I fix it. I got a phone call at 8 in the morning. Hi, can you make a 1 or 2 layer cake, please, for today? Did I tell you this story? I laughed because you can't get something even with like 2 weeks notice here in town because everyone books up so far. And she goes, oh, that's really sad. Do you know anyone else that could make it? The wedding's today. Oh, a wedding? Yeah, we had someone lined up and it didn't pan out, and now we don't have a cake and it's last minute. We know, we're really sorry, and if any help you can give, that would be great. Okay, fine. I'll make you a cake. So I made a cake. I had to go get icing sugar. So I was in Costco and I passed the flowers, and I'm like, should I put flowers on top of it? It's just a 6-inch cake and it's about 7 inches high. And just white buttercream and white cake. Should I put flowers on it? Baby's breath. I'm gonna put a ball of baby's breath on top. Made the cake, delivered the cake. They have baby's breath decorating their whole wedding.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That worked out.
So that's where my gut is. It's not in yarn.
No?
No.
It's in baking?
I can tell what flowers you're using at your wedding without even
Intuition.
asking your name. Yeah,
That's funny.
Anyways, it was a win.
Well, that's good. You were able to do the thing.
Yeah.
So, wasps.
So what's on your plan?
Well, I found this pattern, Rialto Ripples. And it's a free pattern on Ravelry.
Ravelry? It's lace in between.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's almost a bit like the ranunculus, the love note.
Yeah.
The designer is Irina. Can you say that? Anikeeva. Anikeeva.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, by this company. There you go.
So,
Uses DK weight yarn.
so are you gonna go from stash, or are you gonna bring that with you when you go shopping at the Fiber Fest next weekend?
I haven't decided. I don't really have much DK weight yarn in stash. I have a lot of fingering, but I don't know. Probably bring it.
Are you gonna bring a list, or add some? You're just gonna buy what you love when you see it?
Yeah, I'll probably just do what I normally do and get some sock yarn and then be like, I have a ton of sock yarn. Nothing else.
DK socks.
Maybe. They're a little too thick for my liking.
Oh.
They're a little, in your boots, they're a little too thick. I prefer the fingering weight, depending on how tight my boots are. Right? Winter ones are usually a little bit wider.
Yeah.
But my ones.
Cool. Wait, is that for you?
What?
Rialto?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be. So what are you going to work on next?
Christmas is in my head. I have to finish my flax slate. So maybe for next podcast I'll have that done. I'm going to shop this weekend for the Sara vest because I can wear that in the winter time or probably even in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
By Claudia. Cute. Looks quick and easy. And
What weight yarn is it?
I don't know. It's 18 and 28. So
Lace weight.
mohair.
Lace weight, mohair.
Fingering and mohair.
Yeah.
So
It's pretty.
it is. It'll be good.
Was that a free pattern too?
It was free. I don't know if it's all the time free or just free for a moment on the free patterns website.
Oh yeah.
Through Ravelry. So, and Christmas. I'm thinking Christmas needs to start happening. So I think my mother-in-law is going to get February roses mittens, and they're fun to do because they're engaging and they're pretty.
Yeah.
And her hands are like this. They're not. I'm just kidding. It's an old joke. It's an old joke. No, they're like this, not like this. It's cool. It's gonna be fun. And the thumb, Trevor said, did I say this already? I made Trevor the Patronus mittens.
Yeah.
And the thumb has no color work. It's just one color.
Yeah.
And his thumb gets cold because it doesn't have the
carrying of the yarn.
Yeah, it doesn't have that behind. Thank you. The floats.
Yeah.
The floats are insulating too.
Yeah.
And, oh, thank you. I'm going to do the Lovely Bones hat for my daughter and probably my husband. It's in worsted. It's going to be super quick. And then my son is going to have a little alien hat. So both of those two patterns were free for a moment, but they're paid for now. This is fingering. It's a free pattern. It's called a little alien hat. He's all about drawing aliens, so I'm going to make that for him.
He draws aliens?
He draws aliens.
Oh. And you live by the airport.
It's true. And why does he think aliens always smoke pot?
I don't know.
Every single picture. He's almost 17.
It's a boy thing.
It's a boy thing. And these are so fun. This is a free pattern. It's called X-Ray. You can either do mitts or gloves or fingerless gloves. It's super fun. And there's all kinds of options. It's like 13 pages of pattern. It's gonna be fun, right?
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah. And
Is this in English?
it's in a couple different languages. That's probably why it's so many pages.
Oh, yeah.
It's both.
Begin to knit. Okay. I was like, oh my god, Lisa's going to do some translation.
What language is it? There's little dots on top of the A's. It's European
Yeah.
of some sort.
Yeah. I can make out, like it does say from radius to carpals.
Yeah, but that's English.
I know.
And gift card holders or little garland or something with little mini stockings.
Do you host Christmas dinner?
Yeah.
Those would be cute with the forks and
Placeholders.
knives in them.
Oh, that would be cute
On the
too.
plates.
It could be like a homemade cracker that doesn't crack.
The only thing that cracks at Christmas seems to be me.
Yeah, crack, pop, pop.
Right?
So, yeah. Or do you mean this kind of cracking?
Mental cracking.
Oh, I'm physical.
So
I
right.
have a few things anyways, but this is
those should all be cast on by next week. At least in some form.
I bought a new set of needles. I can totally do it.
Right? And I know Top Drawer sells all the cords.
Yes, I bought 6. This came with 6 needles or cords.
Yes, you were already excited about that.
So I have like lots of projects I can do at one time. This was holding down the patterns. I
Yes.
didn't. Yeah,
It was.
it was good.
Was.
Well, what
That's
else?
probably it, I guess.
I think we're good.
I haven't really acquired much besides my
Sweaters.
my sweater quantity of yarn and
Lettlopi.
then ordering its other colors. I do want to order from, have you seen Area 51? Have you seen that? Actually, while we're on aliens?
No.
It's a yarn. They do. I'm not sure who the dyer is behind that. But they do self-striping yarn out of Alberta.
Oh.
And I keep looking, and then there's like a pre-sale, and then I like get my cart all organized, and then I go downstairs and I'm like, you don't need any. But I do need some because I like it. They had a call the midwife colorway,
Oh, see.
right? And they had gnome colorways and like a rainbow. All different weights of yarn. So I was like, oh, I could do. I promised a little boy at of a coworker that I would make him a hat because his mom bought me a whole bunch of pom-poms that she'd had. So I said, oh, I'd make him a hat. And of course, like that morning, his favorite color was green. And then later on, he phoned me to say, actually, my favorite color is red and yellow and orange and blue. And
Oh,
so I was like, that's a lot of favorite colors. So
it makes sense then.
we'll see.
Awesome.
We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, check that out. I think it would be fun.
Sounds good.
I like self-striping a lot.
Yeah, it's fun. Do you knit longer because you just want to get to the next color? Oh, now you just want to do that color.
Sometimes I gave myself wicked tennis elbow again.
Are you crocheting again?
No, it started to after I drove home from Quesnel. I think I used this arm the whole time. And Quesnel's only like an hour and a half away, but I drove there and back. And then I noticed it was bothering me. And then I was knitting the other day and it kind of flared up again. And I was like, no, you're not allowed to affect my knitting.
No hazards of knitting.
Like affect my ability to clean the house or cook or anything besides knit.
Do you put a pillow?
Sometimes, but it wasn't bothering me, so I just didn't do it, right? It's even tender, like in the truck when we were going out to set up at our wedding. I kind of put my elbow against the center console, and that was tender.
Ouch.
So I'm like, So we'll see.
I'm making a crab apple liqueur where you fill a gallon jar full of crab apples. And then you put sugar and vodka in it. You stir it for 3 weeks every day. I chose the crab apples that are this big. And that means that of the apple that's that big, you have that much seed. And it's like wood digging out. Do you know how long it takes to take the seeds out of a gallon of apples that big, it takes 3 thumbs. So choose fleshier apples.
Yeah, I don't really like crab apples. Do you?
Yes.
Do you? They're so sour.
Wild cranberries? Do you like those?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna bring some jam. She likes them.
I might.
Might be the only berries we get this year.
I don't know. I don't forage for my food far from Save-On or Costco.
I do.
I don't. I just go to your house and eat your foraged for food once I know it's safe to eat.
Liar.
I'm like, and these berries you can eat. I don't want to be in the woods all
Yes, you can eat them.
wandering around licking mushrooms.
This is mushroom cookies.
Well, that's like where people like, they'll go out there and they find there's like whole mushroom classes where you can like learn all about the mushrooms. I just grew up with a healthy respect that they were all poisonous besides what you got at Save-On, and you just didn't eat them. But I think there is some really yummy wild mushrooms.
There's people in town who go foraging and they know their mushrooms and they do cool things with them.
Yeah, I don't know my mushrooms. I would die.
Well, you can trust them.
I would eat the wrong mushroom and be like in the emergency.
You'd be passed out on the moss looking up at all of the pretty things.
Right?
Yeah.
I know.
It must be 10 too, because mine did it too. It says you need to walk 219 steps.
Mine said stand up.
Yeah.
So
we put that on mute while we're knitting.
actually, if I knit fast enough, it thinks I'm actually doing exercise, like steps.
I have to wind yarn for it to think I do steps.
Well, the winding yarn, it says it looks like you're doing an elliptical. So
perfect.
But and then the knitting, it thinks I'm walking. I'm only fooling myself though.
Maybe.
Like just because it thinks I've walked like 1,500 steps just sitting.
Maybe I need to start knitting like that. Continental is just too still.
Yeah. You have to adapt my wonky way.
We need to get into better knitting shape.
Right? The Knit Olympics. So,
Oh.
well, we probably shouldn't keep these people. If they made it this far, then,
Yeah.
you know, I don't feel like we're at the riveting stage of our conversation.
Wake up!
Anyway, so comment below if you're going to knit that Fay Dodo hat.
Yeah, do it. I want to see it.
And
it doesn't hurt. It's quick. It's not that
quick. Big. Take your time because clearly you get injured.
Yes.
So
it takes force.
You
You have to manhandle the raffia through.
Did you make grunting sounds with each stitch?
I needed to do it this arm, so I counted the steps. Anyways.
All right.
Thanks,
We'll talk to you
everybody.
later. Bye.